Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome. How's everyone doing today? For those who it is morning for, like me, welcome, welcome. For those who it is not morning, good afternoon or evening or whatever it may be for you. What is up? Welcome to my gameplay stream, my major gameplay stream for today. Today is Monday, May 6th, 2018. Hello, hello. How's it going? I hope it's going well for you. And I welcome all of you. Welcome, welcome. So what are we doing today? What's going on? It's a lovely spring day here in Washington State. And the birds are chirping outside. The sun is beating on my office, heating it up already. Already off to a great start here. Yeah, this kind of stinks because this week we are scheduled to have temperatures starting off in the 70s and going up into the 80s later this week. That's summer-like weather for us here. Problem being, that means my office is going to heat up dramatically. And I can't use my air conditioner because I don't have the insulation foam tape that I need to set up the air conditioner itself. If you don't create a closed circuit of air with an air conditioner, it's basically pointless. All the cold air will just blow right back out the window anyway. So I'm stuck until my day off this week, which is Thursday, with a fan. A fan that I've used basically all winter and spring so far to try to cool down the office. It doesn't work very well. So I'm toughing it out. Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, I'll be sweating it out here in the office. However, later this week I should be able to have the air conditioner, which is good. So, ouch. Yeah, that's a good thing. So anyway, guys, welcome to my first of two gameplay streams for today. Let's talk a little bit about that. Today's going to be the continuation of Days Gone. And what's funny about this is some people are saying the game is way too long, which is funny. There's some people who are defending this game early on. As you know, about a week ago is when I started playing it. Originally, I had skipped it for a couple days there when it was a new release. It had come out on a Friday. And I said, I'm probably just going to skip it because it seems like a game that the reviewer said isn't very good. And then so many people wanted to see me play it, and then finally someone donated it, so I started playing it last week. So now I'm 12 hours in. All right, I'm 12 hours into the game. Allow me to explain what I think. I think so far it's all right. The initial 8 hours was kind of slow moving with not a heck of a lot going on. A lot of the missions were kind of boring. It kind of picked up the last session with some new enemy types, a new camp where there's some drama and some history between the main character Deacon and the people who are at this camp. And it's interesting to see his different relationships with the various camp members. And how this is leading into developments in the plot, okay? So I'm liking where it's going so far. But it's funny because there's actually a couple people who I know who are playing this game, and they've just been playing it all week. And one guy who's playing it is over 30 hours into it, and he's like, oh my god, like, this game is so freaking long. And honestly, I think it kind of overstays its welcome. It's too drawn out, and I feel like it should have ended already. I was actually talking to him on Twitter about it last night. And he's like, well, listen, when I played, I wandered around and did almost all the side content I saw. I burned out all the nests and everything. So he was doing, like, really extensive exploration and side content. So he's doing way more than me. And I told him where I am in the game, and he says he sounds like I'm about halfway to where he is, and he's like 36 hours in. And I'm like, well, I'm only 12 hours in, and I'm halfway to where you are. So maybe because I'm not doing every single piece of side content, I'll end up getting to where he is much quicker than he did. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'll get to where he is around the 20-hour mark. See? I guess we'll see how it goes as we continue on here. But anyway, yeah, 4 more hours of Days Gone today. I'm hoping that it at least stays as good as it was last stream. I want to say thanks to those who have been checking out the playthrough. This is a good playthrough to variate between this and Mortal Kombat. It gives me a variety of stuff to do rather than just Mortal Kombat every day, because I do feel that I would get completely burnt out on Mortal Kombat if I played it every day. So that's a good thing that we have something to alternate and variate between. Okay? Speaking of which, yesterday, when I played Mortal Kombat 11, I did something a little different. I actually played in a lobby, first against my friends Brian and Kekken, and then later on added in some viewers. And it went pretty well, I would say. I'm going to be doing it again this coming weekend on Saturday, but if you missed out on that, that's all of that gameplay footage is live over on DSPGaming right now on YouTube. So give it a look, and there's more of that coming this weekend. So if you wanted to play against us and you didn't get into the lobby this weekend, you can try again on Saturday when we're going to try to do it again. Okay? Okay. Fair enough. So, yeah, today, 4 hours of Days Gone, and hopefully it stays at a good level like it was the last time that we played. Okay? Later tonight, I'll be doing some chill Minecraft streaming. And what we're going to do is attempt to go back to the area where we were last time, where I was kind of passing by a outpost of pillagers and check out a new village. Apparently there was a new village right next to the pillager outpost, but I didn't see it. People were like, yeah, we literally saw it right in the distance, but you didn't go close enough to it to really see it. So what I think I'm going to do this time is try to sneak up, take out the pillagers, and then check out the new village and see what's going on in the new villages in the game, because that's the big major update that they've done is new villages, new villagers, and see how it works. What I'm also going to do is bring a lot of my currency, you know, those emeralds that I've been gathering for the villagers, and see if I can do some good trades with them or not, and go from there. So that should be the focus of tonight's Minecraft stream. We'll see how that goes. That should be pretty fun. That's later tonight around 6:45, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? All right, tomorrow, Tuesday, I will be returning to Mortal Kombat 11, and yes, I will be trying out a new character in Mortal Kombat 11. You know, taking them into training mode, as well as their tutorial, as well as their arcade tower, and then online for a bit to do some online play. Then more than likely after that, maybe a few of the time towers with that character as well. So we get a good amount of variety of gameplay with said character. That should be fun. You know, still quite a large variety of characters in Mortal Kombat that I have not played with yet. So that should be good. Then on Tuesday night, we'll be rotating back around all the chill streams, which means the next chill stream on Tuesday night will be MLB again. So we'll do some more MLB The Show Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, I'll be doing more Days Gone, 4 more hours of it. And then at night, Black Ops 4 Blackout. And that'll be good because Thursday is my day off for the week. That'll give me an opportunity to end on a high note with a good Battle Royal stream, which you guys really enjoy, right? Then Thursday, I'll be off from streaming. My day to spend time with my wife and do some fun stuff. And hopefully it'll be a good day. And then when I come back on Friday, more than likely I will have the air conditioner installed and going because it's supposed to be 80 degrees on Friday. So I think I'm going to need it. And Friday, I'll be doing more Days Gone. And you might say, well, wait a minute. Why are you doing more Days Gone on Friday? The reason being is because Saturday is going to be my co-op day. Or, excuse me, my lobby day where I'm going to play against people in a lobby in Mortal Kombat. And so I don't want to do Mortal Kombat 2 days in a row. I think that would be kind of overload. So, Days Gone on Friday. Friday night, I'm going to be playing Life is Strange 2 Episode 3. I had forgotten about this when I made my schedule for the week last night. It slipped my mind. And then someone reminded me on Twitter. I was like, oh shit, you're right. So, Friday night, I'll be doing Life is Strange 2 Episode 3. Which releases actually on Thursday, but I won't be here on Thursday, so I'll be playing it Friday night, okay? Then on Saturday, it'll be the next lobby for Mortal Kombat 11, where you'll have an opportunity to play against myself, Brian, and Kekken, as we form an open lobby where people can join, much like we did yesterday. That should be fun. And then Saturday night probably is going to be Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations continuing, okay? So that's the rough schedule for the week, so you guys know what to expect. I mean, a big full week of a good variety of stuff. I'm hoping that Days Gone ends up being, you know, as good or gets even better the further in you get, because people are saying it is a pretty lengthy game. And obviously, if I'm going to be playing it at length, I want to hopefully, you know, not only enjoy it myself, but have it be entertaining to you guys. So I guess we'll see. We'll see as the week progresses on how things go. Okay? So that's the schedule. Now later on this month, we've got new releases next week. Not this week coming up, but next week we've got Rage 2 from id Software, and I'm very excited for that. We haven't had a new game from id Software in a couple of years. You know, the last one we had was Doom, and that game was really good. And then we also had Wolfenstein. So the last 2 games from id Software were quite good. And so I'm really looking forward to Rage 2, which actually looks way better than Rage 1 in many ways. And then later in the month we have Team Sonic Racing. Okay, so we do have a couple new releases coming out as well to be balanced off with the other stuff I'm doing. But it should be a good month, okay? Alrighty. Yeah, Eternal Napalm says Rage 2 is going to rock. I hope so. Kanji Monster says Rage 1 was booty. I don't think Rage 1 was booty. I just think it was way underwhelming. Like, Rage 1 was before, keep in mind, before Wolfenstein had really come back in full force. It was before Doom. So that was the game that we were like, wow, id Software is back on the map. They're making a big high-profile AAA release. And the game came out and it was just kind of meh. And that wasn't a good way to return to the forefront of game development, was to come back with a game that was kind of meh. You know what I mean? Now they've come out with many high-profile releases since then. So let's hope that Rage 2 hits it on all cylinders, much like all those other games. You know, they've been doing good stuff the last few years, so. Alright, for some reason today people in the stream chat are loving tentacles. I don't know why, but they're all using tentacle emotes. Well, fine. As long as you guys don't spam, I don't mind. Okay, so that's the deal, guys, with the schedule. I don't really have much else to talk about housekeeping-wise around here. I think we've pretty much covered all the basics of what you guys can expect. Let's now head into the plugs segment. All right. Shall we? So I want to say thank you guys for 11 years of being able to share what I love, my hobby gaming, as something awesome on the internet. Every day you guys coming out and hanging out with me, whether it's live on stream or watching my videos on YouTube, it's a really awesome feeling that for 11 years you guys have, been a part of my life and wanted to, see and share those experiences daily, okay? Now, over 11 years, things have changed. At one point, I made a living on YouTube with just ad revenue on on-demand videos, but it's not like that anymore. Now, primarily, I rely on crowdfunding, on you guys contributing during the live streams, because YouTube's bottom fell out 2 years ago, and it's really not viable to make a living doing it anymore unless you're one of the top dogs, which I'm not anymore. Now, I am a live streamer, and I love being here and interacting with you guys all day long. But that being said, it's the contributions that keep things going. So if you love my daily live streams, and you love the long-form, on-demand, archive-style videos over on DSPGaming, and you want to see those continue, please consider contributing today via one of the varied methods I'm going to mention right now. The first is Teespring, where you can check out all kinds of fun merchandise, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, and the like. Currently today, I'm wearing one of the shirts from my 10-year anniversary line of product. 10 years of Dark Side Phil, right? This launched last year when I hit my 10-year anniversary, okay? Great quality stuff. I can personally attest to the quality of anything you get from Teespring, simply put, because I own it. I own a lot of the stuff that I've put up on Teespring over the years, and I wear it on streams. And these shirts are very durable. I pick the higher quality grade shirts. I don't pick the lower quality stuff that other people sometimes use because, I just want to make more money. No, this is actually less profit for me to sell this style of shirt. But they're very durable. They don't wear out over time. I've actually owned a couple shirts that I've had for over 2 years, and they haven't faded a bit. I can wear them today. They look like brand new shirts. You know what I mean? So please consider buying something from my Teespring store. Teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Anything you buy actually helps me out, and you get a really cool collectible as well. All right? Sounds good? Now, you can also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. The cool thing about my Patreon is anything you contribute to my Patreon, I actually give you personal perks depending on how much you contribute as a way to give back. So, for example, there's a Patreon level where you get premium forum access on my website, thekingofhate.com, and that allows you to nominate and vote on games for special events. There's a level where you get your questions answered live on my Ask the King bi-monthly Q&A show. There's a level where you can do a private Q&A video. You ask me anything you want, and for 20-30 minutes, I'll just sit here and answer for you. So pretty cool stuff. So please give it a look. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Thanks to anyone who currently contributes. And again, if you're a patron of mine from April, I will be, either contacting you, or if you already sent me your information, I'll be processing your forum upgrades, etc. soon. Okay? All right. Now, if you're here live on the stream, obviously, this is a no-brainer. The best way to contribute is to do something that's going to get you interaction on the live stream. I mean, duh, right? So, if you either cheer with bits or subscribe to my channel or tip me today, I'm going to give you a live shout-out on the stream for said contributions. Now, keep in mind that what I say on the stream is very subjective. I got to keep it within Twitch's terms of service, as well as make sure that what I say doesn't derail the stream or whatever. So, that being said, please, if you are looking for a contribution today, and you're looking to get a shout-out, please don't do anything that's going to derail the stream. So no politics or religion, no negative stuff, no insults, no negative memes towards myself or other streamers, etc. You know, no song lyrics that you're expecting me to sing a whole stanza of a song. You know, let's just try to keep it in line with having fun. Yes, you can ask me questions, of course, but, you know, try to keep it at least in line with the stream or what's going on, you know, not too derailing. All right? In particular, a few things today. First of all, we have a sub goal for the month of May. That's right, a subscriptions goal of 500 subs. Very reasonable goal. And if we hit a goal of 500 subs this month, I'm going to bring back the special retrospective marathon event. If you guys are not aware, when I do this retrospective marathon event, we go back and watch some of the biggest things that I've ever done in my 11 years as a content creator. Sometimes it's vlogs, sometimes it's series like DSP Tries It or Cooking with the King, sometimes it's game reviews, a lot of the times it's gameplay itself. So all these things we go back and we watch and reminisce, and I react to it. I give you my honest reactions to seeing a lot of this stuff again for the first time, and sometimes I'm able to give you some behind-the-scenes commentary on stuff that happened during the course of making those videos so that you can understand what's going on, all right? I've done 3 of these events before. Every single one of those has been incredibly successful. People have loved the events, come out to hang out with me during them. So I want to do another one, all right? But we got to hit the subs goal of 500 subs, so please consider subbing. If you subscribe to the channel, you get many benefits, including access to over 30 emotes. You will not have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks. And, of course, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a loyal supporter. If you want full details on how to do it, type an exclamation point sub into the stream chat. All right? And that'll give you the full details that you need to know. So, there you go. In addition to that, if you either cheer, sub, or tip today, as I said, I'll give you a shout out, but we also have the Stream Stats leaderboard at the top of your screen. This is a leaderboard that tracks things like top cheer and top tip. So if you're the top cheer or top tipper of the day, you'll get extra recognition by being up there on the leaderboard. That's cool, right? We also have a cheering leaderboard that's automatically integrated into Twitch. You may notice it at the top of your stream chat right now. If you're on the desktop version of Twitch, this automatically tracks the top cheerers. Right now, we only have 2 cheerers so far for the week because it reset overnight. So ample opportunity here, guys, for you to get recognition for cheering today because it's going to go right up there on the leaderboard. All right, now, to finish off this whole situation of the plugs, I have 2 things to talk about. First of all, guys, right now, if you want to help me out the absolute most, you just listened to all what I just said. You said, wow, Phil has a lot of ways you could contribute. I wonder what helps him the most. The best way you could contribute right now is by tipping me. I really need tips right now to get me through stuff. There's some really, really annoying stuff behind the scenes going on financially with me. I don't want to go into detail because you guys don't need to know the ins and outs of it. You don't. But it's really annoying. It's weighing in on me, okay? And it's to the point where this month, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pay all my bills because of stuff going on behind the scenes. And if you want to help with that, please consider tipping me, because tipping me, I get those funds right away to put towards stuff immediately, okay? If you would like to tip me, there's 2 ways you could do it. There's a tips jar button below the stream you could click on, but if you don't see that button, you can also just type exclamation point tip into the stream chat to bring up a link to go to my tips page. A couple of things about tipping me. The first thing is, number 1, you don't have to have a PayPal account to do it. A lot of people, this is a misconception. You can use a debit or credit card to send a tip. You don't need a PayPal account. Number 2, you can do it completely anonymously if you so wish, because some people are saying, oh, you know, I don't want to contribute because then maybe I'll get some online harassment from trolls or the like. You can do it completely anonymously and no one will know it's you, all right? So please consider tipping me, guys. You know, really, so far this week, you guys have been great, and I'm hoping that, you know, we can keep that up, because I really do need this ongoing support in order to get through some tough times going on right now behind the scenes, and I hope I do. But regardless, you know, thank you for all the support you guys lend, you know, anyway. Now, one other thing. As you guys know, it was around the end of March when I stopped using Muxy and I started using Streamlabs. This is the system that I use to integrate into my streams to give you guys the pop-up messages that say thank you, and it's the way that I receive tips and the like is all through Streamlabs, okay? However, what I didn't realize is that Streamlabs does things a little bit differently than Muxy. When you go to tip me, Streamlabs will actually allow you to tip in your own currency. So if you live in Canada, you can tip me in Canadian dollars. If you live somewhere in Asia, you can use your local currency. If you live in Great Britain, I actually believe you can tip in, like, you know, euros. That's all well and good. I mean, I don't care. But what I didn't realize at the time was that PayPal requires me to manually approve those transactions, or else they won't convert the currency and they won't give me the tip. I had no idea. And what's actually happened the past couple of weeks, a few tips that people had sent me, I didn't manually approve because I didn't know this was part of the process, and they were returned. Okay? In fact, overnight, I actually think there was a bunch of tips that came through as returned to those who tipped me about a month ago. It takes 30 days, and if you don't approve it within 30 days, it gets auto-returned. So I actually got an email from a viewer saying, man, Phil, last month I was trying to help you out with tipping you, and now it says that my tip came back. What gives? Well, that's what happened, is that you tipped me in a different currency, and I had no idea that I had to go in there and manually approve stuff, and now a lot of them are getting returned, okay? So, FYI, rest assured, if you do tip me again, you could still tip me in your local currency. It's my fault that I didn't know this process, and what I do now is every day, I go in there to my PayPal, and I manually approve any tips that came through that need to be approved for the currency conversion, okay? So it's my fault, but, it is what it is. It's great. It's what they call it's change, and change, you need to adapt to it, and I didn't realize this was happening last month. But now I know. So now I know to do this, okay? So thank you guys. Anyone who does contribute, again, tips are the best way. All right, let's now go ahead and give shout-outs to those who have contributed during today's live stream. All right, we'll get to the final segment of the pre-stream. So we start off with Ace. He did a 50-bit cheer. He said, I'm not sure how much free time is under your belt when it comes to watching YouTube videos, but I'd advise you to avoid the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home until you watch Avengers Endgame. First of all, I have not seen Avengers Endgame, but there's enough information out on the internet that I already know some of the general things that happen in the movie, some of the big things. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it here on the stream. I'm not. But I'm aware of, who lives and who dies and, blah, 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 blah. So I already knew about the big twists and stuff. And it's funny, Ace is right. If you guys have not seen Avengers Endgame, do not watch the new trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home, because the plot of that movie actually is much in line with what happened in Avengers Endgame, and it spoils big things that happened during the movie, okay? So I did actually watch some of the trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home. It looks pretty good. It does. But the plot's kind of weird. And what people are actually hypothesizing, all right, and this is a hypothesization, is that Spider-Man Far From Home is going to begin a multiverse in the Marvel Universe. What that means is, okay, in this universe, which is the mainstream MCU for our movies, certain characters live, certain characters die, certain things have happened. But that there's going to be the Marvel Multiverse, which is very much mainstream in Marvel Comics. There's different dimensions. And in these different dimensions, alternate parallel dimensions, other characters lived and died. Different things happen. And sometimes they cross over. If you guys saw Spider-Man, oh God, what was the name of it? Is it Into the Multiverse? Right? That Spider-Man movie that came out last year, that was CGI. That movie, first of all, is very well done. I recommend it to anyone who wants to not only enjoy a Spider-Man movie, but anyone who just wants a good animated movie to begin with. The animation's top-notch. The plot is really good. It's really well done, okay? So, that movie kind of dabbled in the idea that there's multiverses in the Marvel Universe. And a lot of people are saying they think with some of the things they're seeing in the trailer from Spider-Man Far From Home that maybe this is the case. That this will be how they start, like the second wave of Marvel movies after Endgame, is to now have, because here's the thing. We all know the X-Men have had a movie franchise going on for a good 20 years or so, right? Like, so it was the late 90s, the X-Men have been making movies, and the movies are pretty much popular. And a lot of people have hypothesized, how will the X-Men eventually cross over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because Disney owns them now. Disney actually bought out Fox, and Fox owned, I believe Fox owned the X-Men. So now basically they're all under the same umbrella, and everyone's like, oh man, now Deadpool and the X-Men can be in the Marvel movies, right? But how would you explain that they don't exist in the MCU? Well, I think the big thing here is that they're saying there could be a multiverse, where in one universe the X-Men and Deadpool and all of those characters existed, and then in another universe, the MCU, we had the Avengers and all those other characters, and now to have a crossover, we can have some kind of a plot line where, the dimensions cross over or something. So I guess we'll see. I don't, Well, guess we'll see. But anyway, yeah, the trailer of Spider-Man Far From Home looks pretty good. You know, for the first major movie of the Wave 2, I guess you can say, of the MCU, it looks like it could be pretty good. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, yes, do not, I repeat, do not watch the trailer of Spider-Man Far From Home if you do not see Endgame. It is tons of big-time spoilers from Endgame, okay? There you go. Okay, an anonymous sub-gifter gifted a sub to Wings of Redemption. How exciting. I'm sure that Wings comes in here and uses my emotes and uses emotes in his chat all the time. I'm sure, right? So it is what it is. You know, thank you for this gifted sub. Hooray. I also received a $1 tip from someone named Random Guy giving a shout out to a detractor of mine. I'm not going to give the shout out to the detractor, but regardless, you tipped me $1. So let's actually update this leaderboard right now. First of all, let's get Ace up there with that 50-bit cheer. And Random Guy. Shit. I can't type today. Random Guy tipped me $1. Okay. With his shout out to a troll that he thinks I'm stupid. I'm not going to recognize the name of the troll, even though I do. Alright. Alright, guys. Also, Insomniatic Meat did a 50-bit cheer, and he used the Bleed Purple emo. I completely forgot about this. So for those who aren't aware, right now, it's the final few days of this promotion that they're running here on Twitch TV. If you cheer with bits, and you use the cheer mode Bleed Purple in your cheer, it will buy for free, give bonus bits, 10% bonus bits to the streamer you're cheering for, okay? So, if you're going to cheer today, I would ask, please use the Bleed Purple cheer mode. It just gives bonus stuff. It's no-brainer. Costs you nothing, and it helps out the streamers more. So, please consider doing that, okay? Fair enough? Alrighty then. Okay, I'm just trying to think. Mr. Papovera just did a cheer with the Bleed Purple cheer mode. Thank you very much. He says, I want a Marvel alternate universe where Howard the Duck is hailed as the hero of the entire universe and is a powerful warrior. I think it's actually rumored they're making another Howard the Duck movie. I think I heard that last year that they're actually making another Howard the Duck movie. For those who don't know, in the 1980s, they made a Howard the Duck movie that was really friggin' weird. Really friggin' weird. I don't know why the hell the movie even existed. Most people didn't even realize Howard the Duck is a Marvel Comics character. But he is. And so it was actually one of the first mainstream Marvel movies. It was actually made by a mainstream cast of producers that were AAA producers in the 80s. And the movie is fucking weird, man. It's not even, like, funny. It's just fucking bizarre. I'm not even going to get into it. It's so fucking weird, dude. But apparently, they're talking about making a new Howard the Duck movie. I'm not even kidding. So, they said, hey, if Guardians of the Galaxy will work, Howard the Duck will work. Well, why not? Why not just fucking make a movie of every single thing ever in the Marvel Universe, you know? Oh my god. So anyway, yeah. Who knows what they're going to do? Actually, at this point, you know, the Avengers at this point are kind of played out. A lot of, you know, again, no spoilers for Endgame, but, you know, with some of the Avengers out of the picture now, you're going to have new heroes come up and take their place. You're going to have a new wave of stuff going on in the Marvel Universe. And they know that these movies are incredibly profitable. They know that they could make a movie about a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich that has superpowers and they would get money. So they're going to make some weird shit. I get the feeling you're going to see some oddball stuff coming out of Marvel Studios coming up. You know, a kid who eats Brussels sprouts and shoots missiles out of his nipples or something. Who knows? And it's going to make tons of money. They found the way to do it. In fact, if you guys didn't hear Endgame, at this point, all right, Avengers Endgame has surpassed Titanic already in the amount of money that it made worldwide, which is crazy because, you know, Titanic made that amount of money in, like, years in theaters, and Endgame did it in 2 weeks. So Endgame is very closely approaching, and you know, with the amount of money it's made, Avatar. Avatar right now is the biggest grossing movie of all time. All right, I got to ask something. I know this is going to derail the stream a little bit. I got to ask something, guys, okay? Avatar. What the hell happened with Avatar? Why was it so popular? I don't understand this because I never saw it in theaters. I got it on Blu-ray much later on. I watched it. I was like, it's okay. It's like pretty good, but it's a story you've already seen. Like this is the same story of like Pocahontas. You ever seen Pocahontas? Or one of many other movies. It's kind of the same exact plot, only with fucking blue aliens. And why did it blow up the way that it did? Oh, I see. People are saying, now this I didn't even know. Okay, number one, that the CG was considered groundbreaking at the time. It was like the best CG ever done in a movie. And number two, because of 3D. This was the era when 3D movies were just becoming prominent, and it was like the big 3D movie to see. And if you see it in 3D, it looks amazing. I didn't see it in 3D. I've only seen it in regular, dimension. I've never watched it in 3D, so I didn't know that. Mithrandir says, an incredibly immersive experience distracted you in the theater from how generic the plot actually was. But that's what I mean. Like, James Cameron's Avatar is the highest grossing movie of all time. I think it's like $2.7 billion in theaters. Why? I saw this movie and I'm like, I don't even get it. Like, I could say, okay, Titanic. Was that movie way overhyped and made too much money? Yes. At the same time, the reason Titanic made so much money is because it was like this really high budget, cheesy, tragic love story. Tragic love stories usually do well, but this one had a giant budget. Okay, so you did these crazy things you'd never seen in a movie before, an actual ship sinking and shit. So you can kind of understand, Avengers Endgame. Yeah, of course. It's the big culmination of over 10 years of Marvel movies. It's gonna be, make a ton of money. Why the fuck did Avatar... I just don't get it. Wow. So yeah, I don't get it. But anyway, so Avatar is like 2.7 billion. Avengers Endgame, I think at this point is like 2.18 billion in like 2 weeks, and they're expecting in the next month to 2 months, as the movie gets more worldwide play, that it's actually going to bring in even more money, and that a lot of people are speculating it's going to be Avatar. So, and not surprising. Okay. All right. Shout out to Bent Boxer, who cheered, and yes, he did use the bleed purple emote, thank you. He says, Avatar was James Cameron's great return after a 10-year hiatus. You're right. But, the thing with James Cameron is, he's hit or miss, too. Like, he's done a lot of good movies, but he's had a few bombs, too. So it's not like this guy is like, oh, every movie I touch turns to gold. It's kind of funny, because Steven Spielberg, too, used to be the guy. Every movie he puts out is amazing, and then he's done some bombs, too. So, I don't really think that the reason Avatar was so big is because it was James Cameron's return. I think it had to be to do with hype and shit. You know what I mean? BB Chungus says people pay more money when the number after the title is greater than the previous one. What the hell? He wants to see a crossover between Avatar and Fast and the Furious. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is kind of interesting to me. Avatar 2 is going to come out. And by the way, you might not even realize Avatar 2 is in development. It is. They're making it right now. It's taken so long for Avatar 2 to come out. I don't know if anyone's going to care. I'm being honest here. Like, Avatar 1, that was the prime time. Okay, within 5 years, put out Avatar 2. Who's going to care about Avatar 2 by the time it comes out? It's like a 10-year hiatus. They were doing, at one point, they said they were going to do like 4 Avatar movies, and apparently they claim they still are. Which is nuts, because it's like, so you made Avatar 2 10 years later, then you're going to have 3 and 4 come out within like another year or two. It's just so weird to me. What happened with this movie franchise? I thought for sure you'd see Avatar 2, 3, 4, now here's 10 years later. Oh my god. Very odd. Anyway, so anyway, guys, I guess that's it for the pre-stream. I want to say thanks to those who did contribute. It's pretty slow right now, but hopefully things will pick up as we get the games going. Again, a few reminders. Number one, big opportunity for you to get up on the cheering leaderboard, because the cheering leaderboard reset overnight, so ample opportunity for you to get noticed by cheering today. If you do, please use the bleed purple cheer mode. And number two, The absolute best way for you to be supportive of me today is to tip me. I need the support, so please consider tipping me today if you want to help out. Thank you very much to everyone who has. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can type !tip into the stream chat to bring up the link, and thanks for that. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's continue on with Days Gone and see what happens. Fair enough? All right, let's end the pre-stream and let's get started. Here we go. All right.